I arrived at University of West London, London with the bright hope of a first year in biomedical science, dreaming of white coats and research breakthroughs. The very first promise was a lie. They never told me that the course was not accredited. That omission is a betrayal because accreditation is the seal that tells a student the degree will be recognized by employers and professional bodies. Without it, my future certificates become paper that no one trusts, and I wasted months of study chasing a phantom qualification. I called the admissions line, a voice promised me a compensating pass and a smooth progression. A promise is a contract in the mind. When they later said I could not continue, the promise shattered. I was forced to scramble for other universities while the semester already began elsewhere. The delay cost me places that were still available, leaving me stranded with no clear path. The enrollment meeting was another cruel joke. I was summoned, told to arrive at 2 in the afternoon, but the reception staff ignored my arrival, gave me wrong directions, and let the clock tick away. By the time I reached the office, the door was closed, the meeting gone, and the staff pretended nothing had happened. Their indifference made my heart ache because a simple acknowledgement of my presence would have shown respect. Instead, they left me crying on the marble floor, their silence a weapon that amplified my humiliation. The student union that supposed sanctuary for complaints remained mute. 40 to 50 of us sent letters describing the same deceit, yet the union never replied. Silence from an institution that claims to support its students is the worst kind of abuse. It tells us that our voices are invisible and that injustice will never be corrected. I later discovered that the nursing and midwifery programs suffered the same cruelty. Lecturers bullied us, stalked us, and the university turned a blind eye, protecting the aggressor. Bullying destroys confidence and mental health, and when a university shields the bully, it signals that it values power over safety. The result is students living in constant fear, unable to learn, and their futures dimmed by trauma. My attempts to resolve financial matters were met with further hostility. Payment installments were taken on random days, my bank card blocked without warning, and the finance officer hung up on me after a sigh. Random withdrawals break trust in the university's financial system. Sudden card blocks prevent us from buying essentials, causing anxiety and forcing us to live in a state of perpetual panic. The clearing process, the moment when we decide to commit thousands of pounds, was a theatre of rudeness. A lady answered my call with sharp tones, then transferred me to a manager who was equally unprofessional and even pretended to be a student. This deception erodes confidence because a prospective student expects honest guidance, not condescension. When staff act like they are above us, we feel small, unheard, and exploited. Even the campus itself reflects neglect. The printers on the ground floor never work, paper runs out, ink clogs, and the machines sit silent.
The reality of businesses near University of West London. London businesses near the University of West London are, to put it gently, a masterclass in disappointment. If you're expecting quality, consistency, or even basic competence, prepare to lower those expectations dramatically. Let's start with the restaurants. The pizza places here have a special talent for turning what should be a simple pleasure into an exercise in frustration. Santa Maria Pizzeria Fitzrovia, for example, has perfected the art of serving disappointment on a crust. Gluten-free pizzas arrive looking like a sad science experiment, toppings huddled in one corner like they're afraid of the rest of the plate. And if you dare complain, they'll just rearrange the same cold, soggy mess and pretend it's new. Some customers report burnt dough, others get raw centers. Consistency is not their strong suit. Even loyal patrons who once loved the place now say it's a shadow of its former self, with dough so heavy it could double as a paperweight. Then there's Westfield London, the shopping centre that seems designed to test human patience. The toilets, a gamble, soap dispensers are perpetually empty, doors are impossible to open. And if you have a baby, good luck finding a changing station that isn't a 20-minute trek away. Parking is another adventure. Expect confusion, malfunctioning systems, and the kind of fees that make you question if shopping was ever worth it. And if you need help from staff, prepare for indifference if not outright rudeness. It's as if the entire place runs on the assumption that you'll tolerate anything because, well, where else are you going to go? For those seeking relaxation, Ebru Evrim Yoga Reformer Pilates Studio offers classes, if you can get past the inflexible attitude. Arrive 4 minutes late, too bad you're locked out. injured and request modifications, you might as well have asked for the moon. The studio seems more interested in enforcing rules than actually helping people, which is ironic for a place that's supposed to be about wellness. Now let's talk about Chaiwala, where the chai might be decent, but everything else is a gamble. Cold sandwiches, undercooked parathas, and missing items are standard. The real kicker. Some customers report being double-charged, as if the bland food wasn't insult enough. And if you complain, don't expect solutions, just shrugs and empty apologies. St. Imes is the perfect example of style over substance. The place is beautiful if you like fake flowers and Instagram backdrops, but the food, frozen, flavorless, and wildly overpriced. Afternoon tea here is less of an experience and more of a test. How long can you wait before giving up? Bookings vanish into thin air, staff forget you exist, and the only thing consistent is the disappointment. Finally, Smith's Bar. The cocktails taste like someone whispered the recipe to them from another room. Service is slow even when the place is empty, and the food. Let's just say if you order eggs, prepare for rubber. In summary, businesses near the University of West London operate on a simple principle: manage expectations by setting them painfully low. Whether it's food, service, or basic functionality, you're more likely to encounter frustration than satisfaction. If you must visit, bring patience and maybe a backup plan.
I was looking into crimes near University of West London, and what I found made my stomach twist. Businesses around here, especially the little phone shops near Ealing Broadway, they ray kinda shady. They look normal, bright lights, glass counters, but they buy anything. A reporter walked in saying, "I nicked this iPhone," and the guy behind the counter still paid cash, no questions. They probably wiped it, boxed it, and sold it to the next tourist who just wanted a cheap phone for their 2-week trip. I bet that tourist flew home thinking they got a deal, then the phone locked, or Apple blocked it, and they were left with a brick they couldn't even use. The shop still open, probably still doing it. And the fake stuff here, oh my gosh. Around Christmas, the little fashion and gift shops near the University of West London, they fill up with designer bags and Beats headphones that smell like plastic glue. Trading Standards found piles of fake Gucci and dodgy electronics in Ealing, right where students and tourists walk. I can just see someone spotting a 20 Gucci and thinking, wow, so London, buying 4 for their cousins back home. Then the zip breaks in the airport or the headphones stop working on the plane. They probably felt so dumb, but it's not their fault. These shops want you to fall for it. They probably laughed after, counting the cash and restocked the next day.